Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. By now, probably a lot of you have heard of 25-year-old Carlee Russell. It's a very strange situation, and this happened on Thursday night. This was in Alabama. A 25-year-old woman vanished off the side of Interstate 459 in Hoover on Thursday night after telling a 911 dispatcher and her family that she saw a child wandering alone. Yeah, she told her family and the 911 caller that there was a 3 or 4-year-old child on the side, walking on the side of a major highway. Now, the search for her has continued through today, which is Saturday. Hoover police say they are reviewing traffic footage from Traffic Cam Archive, an online company that captures, catalogs, and archives and sells traffic camera footage. And I'm actually going to go through a piece of that shortly here. Police Chief Nick Durzis, and I'm probably saying his name wrong, my apologies, said Saturday that they are working to get the video enhanced for more clues into Russell's disappearance. It proves that Carlee's car was there, and we know that when the officers responded after the 911 call that she was not. So she calls 911, tells them what's going on. She had pulled over to the side of the road, then called a family member, and by the time that law enforcement responded to the scene, her car was there, but she was not. Russell works part-time at the Woodhouse Day Spa at the Summit and attends Jeff State, where she's studying to become a registered nurse. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology from AUM. Jefferson State said Friday it was extremely concerned for Russell's safety. Yeah, I would be too. This seems like this was a trap of some sort. The day of her disappearance, Russell was in Harpersville, where she left police officers there with an impression of smart, courteous woman, the town's police department said. There's another photo of Carlee. We were honored to spend time with this smart, courteous, and honoring young woman yesterday, the department said on social media. Russell is a black female, 5 foot 4 inches tall, and weighs between 150 and 160 pounds. She was last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, and white Nike shoes. She lives in Hoover with her parents and was not far from home when she vanished. Her mother said it's heartbreaking that her daughter disappeared just minutes from the family home. She was so close, the mother said through tears. Thursday night, Russell stopped by Takishi's at the Colonnade at 9 p.m. to pick up food for herself and her mother. The search began when Hoover 911 at 9:34 p.m. received a call from Russell, said Lieutenant Daniel Lowe. Russell told the dispatcher that she was near mile marker 11 when she saw a toddler walking alone on the state of I-459 between the flyover to the Galleria and Highway 150. After calling 911, Russell stopped to check on the child and then called a family member, Lowe said. The family member lost contact with her, but the line remained open. Officers located Russell's red Mercedes, still running but vacant. Some of her belongings were nearby. They were unable to find her or a child in the area. Hoover police have not received any other calls of someone missing a small child. Yeah, that's why I think that this was some sort of trap. Whether it was for her directly, which I find that hard to believe, because how would they know she was actually there? But I think that for some reason something suspicious is going on here. At 9:36 p.m., her mother, Carlee Russell, said her daughter was on the phone with her brother's girlfriend. Carlee pulled over after saying she saw a child that appeared to be 3 or 4 years old. She probably let her guard down, thinking 911 would be there in a second, Carlee Russell said. My son's girlfriend heard her asking the child, "Are you okay?" She never heard the child say anything, but then she heard our daughter scream, Carlee Russell said. All you hear on the phone is background noise from the interstate. Her car door was open, and they found her phone on the ground along with her wig and her hat. Her purse was still in the car. Her Apple Watch was in her purse and her AirPods as well. There was also a tip called in from a trucker. He said he saw a gray car with a tall brown-skinned man with khaki shorts on leaning over in the car. See, that's weird as well. The police did find some tire tracks in the grass, she said. They said because it's not a muddy area, they were not able to determine what type of vehicle it could have been. See, it's really strange because when you watch this footage, which I'll show in just a second, you don't really see anybody like in another car approach her vehicle, which is why I'm wondering if they came out of the woods. Rewards totaling $25,000 are being offered according to police. An anonymous donor has put up $20,000. Additionally, Crime Stoppers is offering up to $5,000. Authorities are not commenting to any one theory in Russell's disappearance, police said at a Friday afternoon press conference. We currently are investigating every possibility, Lowe said. We're certainly leaving nothing off the table. Police have received numerous tips, and each one is assigned to an investigator. Everything we have at the Hoover Police Department, in addition to our partners, is involved in this investigation right now. Angela Harris, mother of Ania Blanchard, joined the search on Friday. Blanchard is a 19-year-old Southern Union Community College student from Homewood, vanished in 2019. More than a month would pass before she would be found dead from multiple gunshot wounds in Macon County. So this other victim's mother is helping majorly with the search for Carlee. Harris said teams of volunteers spread out from Tuscaloosa to Vestavia Hills to Gardendale to hand out flyers. After investigators finished with their grid search of the area where Russell's car was found, Harris and Russell's family and friends conducted one of their own. Harris said the volunteer searchers are limited because there is no place to search. It's the most frustrating, she said. I told the family, whatever you feel in heart, whatever you think you need to go, go. Lowe said the information on Russell's disappearance has been provided to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. If you have any information on Carlee, please contact Detective Brad Fountain at 205-444-7562 or Sergeant Drew Mims at 205-739-7274 or call Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama at 205-254-7777. Yeah, this is a really strange situation to me. Something is very, very off. As soon as I heard this story, something was just off to me. I can't put my finger on it exactly, whether someone came out of the woods to take this young lady or if she was somehow set up, which I don't know how that would be. But let me show you the footage that was zoomed in on. Sleuth Mom was kind enough to let me share it here. I'm going to also include a link to her channel, so please do check out Sleuth Mom as well. Okay, there is no audio on this. This is a zoomed in from WBRC, Fox News, and Sleuth Mom was able to actually zoom in on the side of the road, so it gives us a better view of Carlee pulling over to the side of the road. Now there's her vehicle coming up there on the bottom right with the flashers on. You see she's coming onto the shoulder. And I'm going to assume at this point she's on the phone with 911 or potentially her brother's girlfriend. What I don't understand though is typically 911 would have you remain on the line until law enforcement arrived on the scene. So it's real unfortunate she didn't remain on the line with them, and it's even more unfortunate that she got out of her vehicle. See, there you can see her car door opening. It's hard to see, but you can see it if you look kind of like. And there's like a couple moments here. She's like, again, no, there's no other vehicle that seems to pull up behind her or near her. And there's a figure right there on the right side. So you can see, I'm going to pause it. It's really hard to see. It's like right here, like almost next to, like, I don't know if the big sign is right here to the right. And I believe that's another mile marker. And there's a figure right there. And I don't know if that's Carlee or another person, but it doesn't look like a toddler for sure. See, there's a person right there on the passenger side, which is really strange to me. I mean, beyond that, beyond the figure seeing her leave the car and whether it was her or someone else standing there, you can still see the figure. And then it just seems to all of a sudden just disappear like nothing. And there's so much traffic on this highway. It's really strange to me why there is not more tips. Hopefully there are more tips and we just haven't heard of them, because that is very strange. The only thing I could think of is that somehow she was dragged into that wooded area there, because you don't see her going in front of the car, because you would see her walking with the lights there. You don't see anything behind her. It's very, very strange. And I'm not seeing anything that would look like a small kid, a toddler at all. All it looks like is one or two adults. So this is such a mystery. I said the only thing I can imagine is something happened and it was into those woods. Very, very strange. And my heart goes out to her family right now, because something very suspicious happened here. Obviously someone took her against her will, because she had food. Like they said, she was coming home to her parents' home and she had food. Sounds like she had dinner. She was bringing dinner home. So it would obviously make no sense that she would just wander off like that. And then she pulls out here because the police are about to come up on the scene here. See, there's law enforcement. So this is such a strange situation to me. Obviously, this was some sort of scam. Well, some sort of ruse. Change my phrasing there. Some sort of ruse to lure her to the side of that road. But it's just so dark and you don't see much of anything besides a figure or two. You really don't see much of anything. So this is definitely a very strange situation. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that something happened and she was dragged into those woods to the right there? I mean, that's the only thing I can think. They're stating that there was another vehicle, but I don't see any other car come to the side of the road until the law enforcement comes up on it at the end. So I don't know. This is just so very weird. So this is a very strange disappearance. Again, I've gave my 2 thoughts on it so far, what I'm thinking, because there's just not a lot of information. But let me know what you guys think happened to Carlee. I'm praying and hoping that she'll be found safe, but I don't know. I definitely think that she got lured into something nefarious. I really do. I think somebody was waiting for, not necessarily her, but somebody was waiting for a woman to stop at the side of the road. I just don't have a good feeling about this one. I really hope I'm wrong. Alright, guys, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.